Hey, what's up, everybody? True Boxing here. Thank you for coming back to Get Hit with the Truth. So today, doing the what's next on David Morrell Jr., the undefeated WBA regular champion, as he's coming off his probably his best win in terms of on paper. If you on paper beating Yorbisanuli. And, it was a tough fight. It was not, Yorbisanuli was in there, again, probably the best resume of all the guys that Morrell has fought. And Morrell just weathered the storm, and went in there and he hit hard and outboxed and outclassed Yorbisanuli, but ended up knocking him out brutally in the 12th round and everything. Hopefully Yorbisanuli is okay, but a nice win for Morrell as he pushes forward towards what he's hoping is going to be a bigger fight. Obviously he wanted David Benavidez, but we saw why the fight with Benavidez is not going to happen now, as Benavidez and Caleb Plant have been ordered by the WBC to fight for the interim title at 168, with the winner to move up and to be in line for Canelo. So that's a bigger fight for both of those guys, for Benavidez. So why go and take a risk against a guy with a lower level name like Morrell? So that's what we need to discuss now. What is possibly coming up next for the undefeated David Morrell Jr. following this win over Yorbisanuli. So Yorbisanuli, I think his name is. So anyways, let's jump into it. We start at the top. Number one, the undisputed champion of the world, Canelo Alvarez. I don't see this fight happening next or anytime soon. Canelo has made it clear that he wants to move up and fight what's his name, Bivol, in a rematch at 175. We don't even know if Canelo is going to be holding on to the world titles at 168 or not. He holds all 4 belts there. The WBA doesn't seem too keen to ordering Morrell and Canelo to consolidate that belt. So as of right now, I don't see it. He could get upgraded to full champion if Canelo decides to give up all his belts. It just depends on what happens with Canelo in the fight with Bivol, and I don't think we're going to find out anytime soon about that for Morrell. Next is David Benavidez. As I said, that fight's not going to happen. Benavidez is lining up to fight Caleb Plant next. Then you got John Ryder. Ryder, this is a fight that they wanted to make happen but could not get to happen, and now Ryder's fighting for the WBO interim title against Zach Parker. So if Ryder beats Zach Parker, then he will be the WBO interim champion and be in line to fight Canelo as well for the undisputed belt. So nothing that seems to be on the radar now. Then you got Daniel Jacobs. I don't think Daniel Jacobs wants to come back after a loss, if he's coming back at all, and fight a guy on the level of Morrell. I think he'd want. I think it's kind of high risk, low reward. Morrell's not a big name, so I don't think he'd want to get in there and mix it up with Morrell. I don't see it. Then you got Caleb Plant. Well, Caleb Plant's fighting Benavidez next for the WBC interim title, so not likely that he's looking Morrell's way. Next, Billy Joe Saunders, the former WBO champion. Saunders is due to come back. I thought he was, at least before the end of the year. I think he is planning a comeback, but I don't believe it's going to be anytime soon. And I definitely don't think Eddie Hearn and Matchroom get together with the PBC to make that fight happen. Anthony Durrell. This is an interesting one. Durrell might want to bounce back from the loss to Caleb Plant and say, fuck it. I'll fight this kid and see what he's got and try to put himself back in the mix. See, the thing about Anthony Durrell that I like is I think Durrell knows that he doesn't fight very often and he doesn't stay on that elite level. So I think he believes he's better than that loss to Caleb Plant, and he wants to stay busy. Now, he hasn't officially retired yet. I personally think he will, and I personally don't see him fighting a guy like Morrell, but hey, you never know. Then you got Kyrone Davis. This is an interesting one. I don't see why not. Davis is a guy that likes to fight, that is, he gave Anthony Durrell, the business, fought him to a draw. He lost by a stoppage to David Benavidez last year, but it was a spirited effort. So why not fight a guy like Morrell? And Morrell, this is the kind of name that I think he should fight right here, because Davis is a PBC guy. It's a fight that could be easily made, and I don't think Davis would shy away from taking him on. So, you know, I think it works for both sides. And then you got undefeated Lerone Richards. You know, I don't see this one going down with Morrell. So, you know, Morrell is not in mandatory status, but I really do like a showdown with Kyrone Davis. I like a fight with Anthony Durrell. I just don't think Durrell wants that fight, but Morrell just needs to keep rolling and try to up the competition every fight, because he's only 8 fights in. People need to understand that. He's 8 fights in. He's still kind of young as a professional, you know, early into his career, and he already holds a piece of one of the world titles in the WBA regular belt. So he just needs to keep banging around until there's an opportunity. But I really like a fight with Kyrone Davis, and I think it's a fight that he should pursue because they're both PBC guys. Maybe Caleb Truax, the former world champion, maybe that one would be a decent one for him. We shall see. But that's it. That's what I got. That's the what's next on the undefeated WBA regular super middleweight champion at 168 pounds, David Morrell Jr., following a 12th round TKO victory over Yerba Sanuli. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you did, smash the like button, leave a comment, subscribe to the channel. I appreciate any and all support. This is True Boxing. You've been hit with the truth.